So welcome everyone to tonight's nation training, I should say. I think we've got a couple of different regions on tonight, which is really exciting. I'm really happy to share this with you guys. I've been really loving watching the GoPro that I bought a ticket to live stream it, and the recruiting mastery over in Vegas. It's absolutely incredible. It's the best of the best speaking. They had guest speakers like Robert Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins and that there. And Eric Worre literally plucked the best of the best in all network marketing industries across the world to come and share their tips and their stories to success and things that we can really indulge in as well, which is really cool. I know my sister-in-law Leah come and stayed with me for 3 days, and we spent 3 days on the couch indulged in Network Marketing Recruiting Pro, which was really cool. Yeah, sorry. I you all, hang on. There we go. Everyone can just hear a little bit better. Okay, so if you want to say anything, just unmute yourself or just type in the chat bar down the bottom. Okay, so tonight I'm going to share with you, Eric Worre pulled 4 people out onto stage to share their social media tips and how to really utilise Facebook in their business. And these are kind of the 4 best of the best as far as it goes on social media, and who have really utilised sponsoring on Facebook. So these guys have sponsored between 200 to 450 people, personally sponsored. So just to give you a bit of an idea on that, Nicole and I got awarded in Arbonne for being over in Vegas and here in Australia for promoting out district managers, which is basically personally sponsoring. I know Nicole's promoted 10 off my mind, and I promoted 8, but I personally sponsored around 12. I'm not too sure what Nicole's exact number is, but these people are personally sponsoring hundreds by utilising their social media. So it really is something worth having a look at, and worth looking into their tactics. It's always worth looking into the tactics of someone doing well. So, and one fact they said is some people just do it wrong and they make us all look bad, which is so true. You know, that person that's just spamming it and it's like, oh, it makes it look like this thing that just annoys everybody. So it's really cool that you've plugged in tonight to get educated on this, because if we all do it well, it's going to help everyone grow, which is really cool. So the first person who spoke, I'll just give you a really quick rundown on each of our speakers. They were all incredible, but when you know their stories, it just makes you want to listen to them even more. Her name was Emily Barbara. She's in her 20s and earns 7 figures a year, which is millions, in case you don't work out what 7 figures is. It's quite incredible. She sponsored 350 people personally, and she started the business when she was 23 years old. She was a massage therapist and also a nanny of 4 boys. She had her own website for her massaging. She was busting her butt, and she remembers just thinking, is this it? You know, just work, work, work. Thank God it's Friday mentality. Pit in her tummy every Sunday, and just thought there has to be more to life. She met a woman at the gym, and they become friends on Facebook. And it was just from watching her friend at the gym on Facebook that made her join the business from that. So that lady at the gym has sponsored this massive multi-million-dollar leg into her organisation through Facebook, making a friend and utilising her Facebook, which is really awesome little fact. She said, I saw her lifestyle and wanted to be involved. And then she went to a GoPro event and decided to become a network marketing professional. That's why your leaders promote these events so much, because you truly get so much out of them. The second speaker, his name was Ray Hickton, and he has sponsored 450 people into the business personally. That just blows my mind. Is anyone else like, whoa, when you hear that? That's insane. Nicole, can you just tell us quickly, honey, how many you personally sponsored last year to get the awards that you got and get to region in 6 months?
Hey, yeah. Oh, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to add that up real quick.
Sorry, on the spot. Just a rough amount to give everyone an idea.
I think in terms of frontline, I was about 20, sitting at about 20 direct, and then 10 direct to district manager to earn to be in Parade of Champions.
Yeah. How awesome is that?
So drop in Ray's ocean. That's what that is.
That's what I was like. Just when I was feeling awesome, I'm like, whoa. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing, hon. Yeah, so anyway, he sponsored 450 people. He used to work in real estate. He's been through 8 foreclosures himself, which is pretty full on. He got serious in network marketing in 2009 after reading a book called Go for No. That might be something to jot down. And he said, what does commitment look like? He did 20 no's a day for 6 months straight. Wouldn't settle for anything less than 20 no's a day. So that's networking.com right there. That's pretty intense. And from doing that, he now does over $1 million a month from doing that one thing. How crazy is that? I've never heard of it, Kim. I'm excited though. I've ordered it. And then the third speaker, she was in her early 20s. She's a single mum from Texas, and she makes $1 million a year. And she still lives in a trailer on her mum's farm. She's just putting all the money into the bank. And her name's Whitney Husband. She sponsored 200 people in the last 2 years. She went to school, did a business degree, fell pregnant 5 months before graduation, never felt fulfilled, living on food stamps, parents paid for everything. She worked extremely hard in her network marketing business, and it completely changed her life. In the company that she works in, she's the first one to reach this certain level, and it's like the $1 million level that she makes over $1 million a year for her and her son. How insanely cool is that? And then the fourth person, the last person, she makes $2 million a year. Her name's Haley Hobson. Just take note of these people's names. They're definitely people you want to follow on Facebook. Check them out because they give you some amazing ideas for what to post yourself. She sponsored 400 people. She was a retired bank attorney. She thought that doctors, lawyers, and accountants were the only way to really be successful, which is the way she was brought up by her mum and dad. So she went to uni and become a lawyer. And then one day she said, sitting in traffic, she just thought to herself, this sucks. I don't even have time to have a pet. There has to be more than life to this. Yeah, I will, Dal. I'll resell him in a second. So she went on and become a Pilates teacher because she really enjoyed that. But the worst thing about that was she said, I don't get paid when I was sick and things like that. So she thought, I need to find a way to make money when I sleep. So the first one was Emily Varbra, Varbra. The second one was Ray Hickton. The third one was Whitney Husband. And the fourth one was Haley Hobson. And then Eric Worry said, so everyone in the room, raise your hand if you'd like to sponsor a mere 100 people this year. Okay, see a show of hands. Who'd like to do that on Facebook? And everyone's like, yeah, definitely. So the first thing they spoke about, they just sort of passed the mic around and spoke about the common mistakes that we see on Facebook, that just basically the what not to do's. He said, and the biggest one is people who aren't consistent on Facebook all of a sudden start showering the blast with their product and network marketing and lingo like you're just over broke and join me or watch me and, you know, that real cocky sort of stuff. And you know, just sharing their product. She's sharing a picture of their product with no story with it. Facts tell, stories sell. People love to see how things make you feel. So if you want to share the meal replacement shake, take a photo of you with the shake, drinking it, the action shot of it, how it makes you feel and why you love it. And make it into like a funky daily routine photo, you know, on my way to work, quick breakfast, meal replacement shake, gives me all these nutritions, makes me feel amazing and full, love it, or whatever, you know, there's so many different ways you can do that rather than just go to Arbonne Australia and share the post about the meal replacement shake. Like which one would grab your attention more as someone just scrolling through the news feed? You know, and then the second one was inbox messages without ever complimenting the person or connecting. It's a mile-long message with their video, non-stop talking about network marketing. And then she said, and they wonder why their family's talking about them behind their back because they're just blasting it to everybody and anyone who will listen. So be sincere in your messages and always compliment the people that you're messaging and always make a connection first instead of coming across like a crazy hunter desperate to recruit. That's just creates the most awful picture that you don't want to paint. Be very, very sincere. Really think about why this person's going to be amazing in the business and tell them that. The third one, never send a link before determining if they want it. It's something to treasure. It's something to value. Only send it to the people who are going to watch it. Don't just send it to everyone willy-nilly. Number 4, never talk about the company name. I thought this was interesting. I've always mentioned the company name straight away, but this was from the fella, his name's just escaped, Ray. He said what this does is they Google it and they'll find the scam guy for sure. Like, we've all done that. There's someone somewhere who's got something bad to say about everything in this world. If you look at something long enough, you'll find something bad. They Google it, they find that, and on top of that, you're also giving away the end of the movie. Raise the curiosity, keep them intrigued in what it is that you're talking about, and get that commitment from them before you send the video and what the video is going to be about. And number 5, and I totally agree with this one. When he said it, I was like, oh yes, that drives me crazy. Never end a post with join me, buy here, inbox me, call me, ask me how, a call to action, a type of call to action. Never do that, because what you create when you do that is the whole post looks like that's the only reason you did it, which takes away 100% of the genuineness. It just immediately looks like you've only posted that because you want someone to join your business because you're trying to make money, instead of just generally posting. Raise the curiosity, have them begging for information so that they come to you to get it. And then when they come to you to get it, don't word vomit all over them and get way too excited, like no one's ever asked them anything about it, and then they just put you in that, oh, it's one of them things category. You have to be different to the normal person and be genuine and generally care. Okay, so does that all make sense? Everyone's following? Oh, I got 7 things in the chat. Hang on, let me just check that. Oh, no, that's all good. Okay. So what to do? The biggest thing that they said you need to do straight away is establish an online presence, like a brand, establish who you are, the type of person that you are, so you can start to generate followers and things like that. Nobody starts with 1 million followers. Nobody starts as an MVP. They start as a consultant, and they start doing these things that lead up to that brand. So start now and start to really establish that online presence. Think about what people love. Think about what lights you up, what gets you excited. For some people, it's the outdoors. Some people love baking, fitness. Some people love that they can be a stay-at-home mum. Some people love fashion. Like, really think about what lights you up, and then pick 5 things that really light you up, that really excite you. And one of them should be your grind, which is network marketing. So, you post about fashion and, your protein shake that you had, maybe a bit about fitness and health, and a bit about your day at the park with the kids, or whatever it is that you really love. And then you incorporate a network marketing post into that, what you do into that, and maybe a product into that. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Facebook, but I love sharing things that make people feel good when they start their day. And then one day I'll post a photo of a herbal tea and the facts about herbal tea and why I love starting my day with the herbal tea. Go through that, and then post another product and something else in there, and then post why I love my lifestyle and something about how network marketing fact, or, not just constantly every day. Spread it out, sprinkle it out, so that people are generally interested in you. And a little Facebook fact too is, when you post consistently, Facebook rewards you by putting you at the top of everybody's newsfeed. If you post inconsistently, they don't. You'll hardly get up there. If all you do is share, you'll never get up there. They hate that. Apparently, they love when you save the photo, upload it as your photo, and when you upload a video off your phone that you've recorded, not sharing links and things like that. So that's a little fun fact to know. And you think about the people that post consistently, they're always at the top of your newsfeed. Always. And the ones who have selfies that drive you insane, they're always at the top of your newsfeed. So be consistent in that with your photos of your lifestyle and what you're doing. Okay, where am I up to here? I love how she says too, just to note how she's like, and one should be about your grind, about network marketing. Like, she makes hustle cool. She makes the fact that she's not sitting back and letting the world pass her by, but she's out there and she's active and she's doing something and she's creating something, and she makes that cool and contagious. And that's the vibe that you really want pumping from your Facebook page. You know, when people see you, you're like this super active, doing what you say you're going to do, pumping it out. That people are attracted to people like that, like a magnet. I can guarantee you they won't block you. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you're doing next. I've had people in the business say, when I sent them when I offered them the business, they said back, "Oh my gosh, can you see that I'm Facebook stalking you?" And I had no idea. And I was like, "Oh, how do you know? I can't see that." And she's like, "Yeah, I love watching your adventures and seeing where you're going next. And I've been thinking, I wonder if I could do that. I would love to do something like that. It's so cool that you thought of me." Took me like 12 months to message her. I could have messaged her ages ago. I just assumed that she was happy where she was. So it's so interesting though, isn't it? Like you just literally don't know who's watching you. Okay. People are attracted to you and they will start to follow you. So speak from the heart. People don't join you and follow you for your products and the network marketing company that you work for. They join you for you and who you are. They're attracted to someone who looks like they're going to take them somewhere. It doesn't matter. You could be selling coal and you're excited about it and motivated and doing well. They're going to come to you because you look like a leader and someone who's going to show them how to get stuff done. Okay, trying to find where I am because I'm way off my notes. I just started to talk. You need to be authentically you. Our study shows, this is a little fun fact too, study shows that your profile picture is very powerful when it's of you. Everyone gets to really know who you are. Everyone loves their family. I love my children to death. I have photos of my children on my Facebook, but my profile picture is the best headshot of me that I can find, and that never changes because I want people that I add in there and people that I find on other Facebook groups and friend requests to get familiar with my face. And that's a nice professional shot of my face. And I use that across the board on everything. It's the same photo. It's a really great way for people to get familiar with you and look super, super professional. And they said that it's also, studies show that your cover picture should be or could be of like mountains and oceans, and even better with you on mountains and oceans and things like that. Just create that sense of freedom is very powerful. It looks really awesome on there too. Facebook is not for your dirty laundry, ever. It's so true. Be very careful about what you post. And yeah, I think that's all I need to say about that. I think everybody knows that and everybody in here agrees with that because we're such positive, happy people all the time. Be so good that they can't ignore you. A couple of Facebook fun facts. Your friends are listed based on interaction, So the most interested to the least interested. So you can go through your Facebook friends and see at the top who's following you the most, down to Ghost Town Land, who's not following you and couldn't give a rat's what you're doing. Maybe you need to reach out and like some of the Ghost Town Land people's photos and stuff and make them, you know, when someone likes your photo, how that makes you feel. Like even if you kind of know of them and they like your photo, it's like, oh, we're friends now. They like my photo. And then what do you do to retaliate? You like their photo. And then you comment. And then they comment on your photo. And now you're establishing this little Facebook relationship. So, you know, take time. Be very careful not to get addicted to Facebook. This should not take any longer than half an hour a day. Max. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. Jump on, have a look at some of the greats. I follow these guys. I also follow great celebrities like Meryl Streep and Jennifer Anderson, Jada Pinkett Smith. There are a few names that really inspire me, and Oprah. Their pages are awesome. You know, Jim Rohn, there's heaps. Have a check out of what everybody else is doing and see what their posts are. Don't copy them word for word, but you can mimic them, you know, get an idea of what they're doing and the atmosphere they're creating, and give you a great idea on what to do yourself. And then, yeah, I post that, and then I do a post in my Nation to Be page. Every second day I post a product on my Arbonne independent consultant page, and then I go through and like people's stuff and comment on people's stuff. Whoever's birthday it is, I always write happy birthday to them and just make sure that I'm known and seen over Facebook. Then that's it. I'm not on Facebook again. I'm off Facebook. I got way too much to do to sit down and be addicted to Facebook. It's such a time waster. Don't take it to the toilet with you. Don't take it anywhere with you. Leave it. It's done. Have your books all over your house so that you'll pick them up and read them. This is totally off track, but recording I was listening to the other night, and she said, I have to have my books literally scattered all over the house in my stop spots, like where I stop and make a cup of tea, I have a book. So when the kettle's boiling and that, I start to flick through the book instead of scroll on Facebook. One next to the dunny, one here, one there, one everywhere. She said if I have them all stacked in my bookcase nice and neatly, it looks fantastic, but I never read them. I never go over there. So that's just a little fun fact, totally not related to social media at all, but it helped me. And it looks cool when people come over and you've got books everywhere. I see people come to my house, they pick my books up, looking around back to front. I've got books everywhere, on every bench, everywhere. Ask anyone who's been to my house. Now, where am I up to? Make your... I thought this was cool too, a way to add someone on Facebook. She, what's her name again? Now I've lost my mind. Emily Barbara said, when I meet someone, like even on a plane or at the park or wherever I am, and just start to chat, she just says, hey, would you like to be my friend on Facebook? Let's stay in touch. What a cool little quick sentence to say. Have that prepared and ready to go. Hey, do you want to be my friend on Facebook? Let's stay in touch. Doesn't have to be like, can we be friends on Facebook? Or would it be weird if I added you on Facebook? Like, just have a strong, confident sentence. Bam, that's not weird at all. I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to stay in touch. Let's be friends on Facebook. So such a great way. Add someone to your Facebook like every day. You know, jump out of the house and go somewhere and meet someone. I can guarantee not only for your business, but you'll feel so much better as a person to get out there amongst the fresh air, meeting people. It's human nature. It's what we love to do the most. Reach out. I've said that. Send friend requests, like pages, like posts. Like something you see, and if you like something that someone posts, send them a private message and say, you know, you looked amazing at that at your friend's wedding on the weekend. I just wanted to send you an inbox to say, well done, you know, you're looking really great, or whatever it is, you know, oh my gosh, your daughter's so cute. I just wanted to send you a message because she just looked so beautiful in that picture. Really get them personal connections happening on Facebook. No one starts with all these fans. Like I said earlier, it takes time. Sometimes it takes years. But you're lapping everyone who's not starting at all. So get creating that presence. Post regularly, like I said, 2 times a day. Facebook rewards those who's posting. And they don't like lengthen shares their own. So that's everything in terms of social media that I wanted to share. I just really quickly, I've had a few people ask me just today even about the top skills to really master in this business that will help propel them forward. So I've just quickly jotted down the top 10 skills and a way that you can master them. So totally off topic, but I really do think that this will help you. The top 10 main skills that really helped me when I stood up in my business and mastered these, like got them down pat that I didn't need to ask someone else to do them for me. I could do them myself. And I remember when I first started this business, a handful of these I really disliked. And I used to ask Stacey to do them for me. I'd get that business appointment and then ask Stacey to take the reins on it. So when I realised that I needed to be the Stacey in this situation and handle everything myself, my business really started to change. So number 1 is mastering your I story. That's like the most crucial thing. Have that down pat. At least once a day, say that to yourself in the mirror. So what do you do for work? So tell me a little bit about you. And a great way you can tell someone your story is you start to chat with someone and say, hey, can I tell you my story? I'd love to tell you my story. Yeah, tell me your story. Well, I used to do this and, you know, my problem with it was this, and now I do this and I really love it because of this. I nearly didn't do it because of this. You know, have that, print out your I story and have that down pat. Say it over and over again. Say it to everyone in your house who'll listen. Number 2, master a business appointment. Master that little lemonade slide like nothing. Go through it over and over and over again, which is number 3, mastering the story of the Arbonne opportunity. And what's so awesome is we have all of these on iDesign. You can click play and just listen to them over and over and over again. Eric Worre made a really great point. He said, when I decided to go pro in this business, and even Tony Robbins said, when he really wanted to take his motivational speaking and that to the next level, he used to go and see Jim Rohn, the same show over and over again, and wrote it out word for word, the entire show. That was like where Tony Robbins' inspiration come from, which is really cool. And Eric Worre said he remembers doing that with his mentor. He would listen to all of his stuff and write it out word for word. And I remember doing that with Cass and her Discover Arbonne. It took me weeks to write it out word for word, but no one told me to do that. I just had the initiative to go and do that myself because I lived in Mackay. There was no one presenting up there. I needed to present. I just sponsored a couple of people into the business and I needed to lead by example and show them how to do it. Pressure was on. I had no idea what I was doing. None. No idea at all. I had just gone district and I'm about to present a Discover Arbonne. Nicole Barrett knew half of Mackay and had a room of like 100 people and I was like crapping my pants. But I love this little fact too. You're not people, hang on, let me get this right. I can't remember his name, but he said he believes people aren't afraid of rejection. They're not afraid of being told no. They're not afraid of failing. Their biggest fear is that they're not prepared. Is that they're going to stand up and not be prepared. They're going to ask them something and they're going to not be prepared. So in every spare minute that you have, get prepared. And it's amazing how prepared you can feel after 2 minutes of listening to something, after 2 minutes of reading over something. It really does something amazing. So, but that's something only you can do. No one can do that. You need to do that yourself. Number 4, how to bring up Arbonne in a conversation. No one's going to join the person that goes, have you heard of Arbonne? You need to be like excited about it, passionate, motivated, driven, master that. It's such a skill that you need to understand, which comes with practice as well. Know your powers, the power of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your tote drops, your parties, your business appointments, and your one-on-ones. Master them. How to follow up with PCs. This is something that can grow your business insane. Don't be 100% focused on sign-ups. You have 5 PCs that reorder. That can be the power of one. That can be the QV of one consultant. 3 by 3 by 3 is a rule that I generally I go by. 3 days, phone call to see if their products come. 3 weeks, phone call to see that they're loving their products and that they're using them correctly. I remember one lady, I've told this story before, probably to most of you on here, but this one lady said, I can't stand the RE9. I'm so glad you rang. I want to send it back. My face is so stiff and tight and it feels awful all the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, that shouldn't feel like that. And I said, can you just walk me through how you use it? And she was rubbing the entire Instant Lift Gel into her face morning and night, into her whole face, rubbing it in like day cream. And she's like, it just feels really tight. I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't do that. Now she's fine, reorders all the time. If I never gave her that phone call, she would have never ever reordered. It would have gone in the cupboard and she would have never kept using it. And then 3 months later, products are running low, phone call to see how they're going with their products, if they need help reordering, things like that. Number 7, how to answer rejection and always closing with another exposure. So when you offer the business or or I'm asking someone to do a product presentation, I always close with another exposure. That's okay that you can't make the DA tomorrow night. Totally understand. Would you like me to let you know when the next one's on? That's okay that neither of them dates work for you. Would you like me to let you know when I'm free next for a product presentation maybe? Things like that, always ending. So, and if they're like, no, I don't, no, that's okay. I'll let you know when I'm free and when I'm okay. Then you know that they're probably not really interested, so don't waste your time keeping on messaging them. If they go, yes, I'd love you to let me know, please, the next date, then they're generally busy and you want to get back in contact with them again. Number 8, the importance of personal development. I'm here to tell you now from the bottom of my heart, you will never grow without personal development. It's just a cold stone fact. If you're avoiding them books, you're avoiding growth, which is the most important thing in this business. Like I said, people are attracted to that caliber of person that looks like they can take them somewhere. If you're not taking yourself anywhere and you're not growing, how are you going to take a team with you? And it is the most amazing thing you can indulge in. It's totally changed my life. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're not reading something right now, you need to be. You need to get a book. Go to the library if you can't afford to grab one. Go anywhere and get a book. There's no excuse for not growing personally. It's something that 10 pages a day. My kids sleep upstairs. So number 5, I have no idea. Oh, your powers, honey. Your power 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, my kids sleep upstairs and they like it when I stay upstairs until they fall asleep. So they go to bed at 7 o'clock and I sit outside their bedroom door and read my 10 pages every night while I wait for them to go to sleep. They love it. I sit there and read. If we find something that works for you, if you're not a morning person, you can't fit it in before work, find somewhere else to fit it in, but it should be a must for you. And wouldn't you agree, when you have something in your life that's a must, it just gets done. Everyone has different musts, but you meet them. The maybes and the try-tos, and I'll see how I go, and if I have time, I'll read that book, and I keep forgetting to order that book, or I've ordered that book and I've had it for 12 months and I still haven't opened it yet. They're never, ever going to get done. You need to be like, bam, baby, I'm growing myself. This is happening and it's a must. How to book in presentations. That's something you need to learn to master. These aren't things that just come naturally to people. I had someone say to me not that long ago, you're so lucky, Denny, you just have this natural gift to talk to people and get presentations booked in. There's nothing natural in that. I worked my butt off to grow them skills to learn how to do it. I got that many no's. It's insane. I love that post Cass did not that long ago with the jar. Did anyone see that in the beads? And she said, someone out there in network marketing somewhere said, for every no I got, I put a bead in this jar. And Cass put the post up and said, you will never be an MVP until this jar is full of beads, which is so true, until you've heard that many no's. And you really learn how to book presentations and how to book that from learning what not to do. Sometimes you do the wrong thing and then you remember, and guess what, you don't do it again. You remember next time where you stuffed up the last time, and everyone goes through that the same way. And number 10 is going to all events. That become a big must for me. I have never missed anyone's car presentation. I've been to 13 car presentations since I joined this business, starting with Cassandra Houses as a brand new district manager. And can I just say, I lived in Mackay when I went to Cassandra Houses, which was on the Gold Coast, and I knew no one there. I didn't even know Stacey. I knew no one. I just started the business. My auntie sponsored me in and didn't really know if she was going to do it or not. She was a bit in limbo with it. And I drove from Mackay to the Gold Coast and went to this thing. I didn't even talk to anybody. I just stood in the back of the room all by myself and observed and drank a bit of champagne and took it all in and really loved it. And then I went from Mackay to Ballina for Amy Watson's car presentation. And I must be honest, it was Amy Watson's car presentation that really changed my opinion on the business, because she had a couple of children there running around and I could relate to that. And I thought, oh, wow, she's a mum with a couple of kids. So my thing holding me back has been time with my kids. So I messaged her and said, how do you manage time and the kids and that? And she messaged me back. She was more than happy to help me out. Amy's a beautiful soul. And it really inspired me to keep going. She gave me some great ideas and I started to grow my business from there. So these events, Vegas, I had to sell my dirt bike to go to Vegas the first year I went. It was quite a devastating moment for me. And visualised in the toilet. Yeah, I did too. That's right, at Cassandra House's car prezzo. Oh, I feel bad telling this. Everyone was just so, prema and beautiful and stunning, and was at the Versace. And I don't know if any of you guys know where I grew up, but it wasn't like that. It was this tiny little town and everyone was half yobbo, and I rocked up in white jeans and a shirt and everyone's in like formal dresses. I was like, oh my gosh, where am I? And then I went to the bathroom and I remember just looking at the mirror in the mirror at myself, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to do this. Like, when you just know. I had no team. Oh, sorry, I did. I had one consultant. I'd just gone district. I had one consultant who's no longer in the business anymore, unfortunately, but I continued to grow so much bigger than that. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to come back to this beautiful hotel one day with a team like me, with a team of people like me, and we're going to have the best time at Versace. And then I remember it was exactly 12 months later that I went back to the Versace. I didn't realise until that night when I went into the bathroom and I opened the door and knocked Nicole over, and she sort of fell back and tipped a champagne down the sink, knocked the champagne over, and there was a queue to get into the toilet, and it was all of my team that I had brought with me. There was about 12 of us in there that I had, sponsored into the business, and it was a really special moment for me. And they was like laughing, possibly a little bit of swearing, giggling. Everyone looked beautiful, but it was just like a team of me, you know, and I could see that, and it was such an incredible experience. So vision is everything, trust me. So off topic, but anyway, thanks for reminding me of that, Nicole. Yeah, that was at Stacey Doyle's car presentation too, which was awesome. So yeah, go to all events. You know, like I said, I had to sell my dirt bike to go to Vegas. That was a heartbreaking moment for me, but I thought to myself, I want to be an MVP. I need to be in Vegas. You know, I've been at every AAC. I haven't missed anything. And my husband was an apprentice electrician, and we had just built a house in Mackay. I was like the poster child of no money, trust me. And I had 2 kids that I had to try to sort out. But I was like, this is going to happen. I'm going to change my life, and this is how. And I need to make a serious commitment to make that happen. So I hope that helps you guys tonight. I love this quote by Donald Trump that I'll finish up on. He says, become an expert. If you don't master new skills, you'll be left behind. And it's so true. So I hope that helps you guys tonight. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Kel. No questions? I can't see where you are, like Kel, to smile at you. Thank you. But yes, it was watching Kelly walk the stage the year before that inspired me. So thank you, Kel. All right, guys, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'll love yous and leave yous. I'm trying to keep it on half hour starting on time. I'm not doing too bad. Can you repeat? Oh, can I repeat the quote? Yes, become an expert. If you don't master new skills, you will be left behind. So many people focus today on the way the economy is shifting, and, you know, someone said to me the other day, I refuse to use self-serve because it's stopping checkout people getting jobs, and they need to get jobs, and it's not fair, so I refuse to support that. And I thought to myself, well, good luck being the only person that won't use self-serve. I'm pretty sure that's not really going to work. When I'm in a massive hurry, I love self-serve. It helps people that are in a rush that don't need to line up to use the checkout. And I thought that's a classic example of people getting held up on the way things were instead of looking at new opportunities that are forming over here. Now is like the better time than ever to be involved in something online, fast growing, through communication with things like Facebook booming, technology booming and taking jobs. More and more people are getting made redundant and looking for work. So now's the time to really spread the love on what we do and how amazing it can be for you. Okay, I need to stop talking because I'm going to just keep on talking. Denny, do you just go into your friends list? Dinosaurs, we got to evolve all the bones. Yes, that's right. I don't know what you're talking about, Kel. Into my friends list for what? What was the last thing I said? Baby brain. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just see who's engaged.
Yeah, I do. You just click on your friends list and it'll come up. The first friend listed downwards is who's the most engaged. It does it better on your phone. I think sometimes on a computer it just automatically flips it into alphabetical order, but if you do it on your phone, it doesn't. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Have an awesome night. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall talk to you all soon. Bye.